Hello, this is Adobe Express, and this is how I make the graphics for any upcoming games, things like that. So here's a quick tutorial on how to create an Instagram portrait style graphic. So you're going to log into Adobe Express. You can go to express.adobe.com and log in. And I already have some content here, but you might need to set up your account for the first time. So we're going to create a new project by clicking the plus button. I want it to be a custom size. I know that Instagram maximum vertical post size is 1080 pixels wide and 1350 pixels tall. And I can click create new file. So if we go to our Instagram, we can see some of our past game announcements. We'll kind of try to model those. So we've done a lot of different things, but generally it's something like this: Clutch Sports Media logo, live production, both team logos, maybe some colors, our sponsor, and then the game time and information. So kind of using that in the back of our minds. The shape is a little bit different, so we'll just move a few things around. So first, let's add some text. So we'll say live video coverage. And I like that this box is just about the width of our artboard, but the text I'd like to fit all in one line, so I'm going to knock down that size. And then the font that we use is called Norwester, which is not necessarily built into Adobe Express. I installed it. But if you install it once, it will be there forever. So I'll have to make a separate tutorial on how to do that. But if you click here, I guess we can go to more fonts. No, we'll skip that. All right, so our colors, we can go in to brands, Clutch Sports Media, and then we have colors right here. So you can click on fill. For our colors, maybe we'll do kind of just a white border here, or a white background, and we'll have the information right down below in white. And then we will have two gradient squares, so we can click on shapes or rectangles, move the rectangle to where you want it to start, drag it over, drag it down, and this is where we can put the logos. Put one right there. Tomorrow night we will have the Belvedere Bucks. So, maybe you have different colors from different themes. You can set all that up kind of behind the scenes, but right now if you're just picking your own color, I know that Belvedere is purple. Maybe that's a little bit too blue. That looks like a pretty good purple there. Now I can take this, I'm going to hit Command C or Control C on a Mac or on a PC, and then I pasted it. It just went over the top. So now I have two separate shapes. I want them to be right next to each other. This one is going to be Guilford Viking Blue. So now you have the two rectangles. Inside brands over here. Let's see if we have any logos. We do have a few assets we can click on here. I have them built in, but if you need to find them on the internet, you can do that too. So here's the Belvedere Bucks logo. I can drag it over and drop it in. I think what I might do for this one is we'll leave it a little bit higher. I think what I'm going to end up is doing some text here at the bottom as well. So we can drag these up a little bit just to balance out the design. And I'll try to center that right in there. Then I need a Guilford Vikings logo on the other side. So we'll drag that over. I'd like them to be approximately the same size as each other. So there you go. Alright, so we got Belvedere versus Guilford. I think at the bottom here we could put Nick 10 Baseball in a similar style. So I'm going to slide this up. I'm going to copy it. You could also right click and click duplicate. And it popped behind the images here. So I can come down here. I triple clicked to highlight it and replace the text with Nick 10 Baseball. I'm going to do it in all caps so the letters are all the same size. We'll make that a little bit bigger. I want to align it to the center. And then just visually I want to make sure that it is between the top of this area and the bottom. So I actually want it even a little bit bigger than this. There we go. So we got live video coverage, Nick 10 Baseball. We need people to know that it's on Clutch Sports Media. So we can grab Clutch Sports Media, put it there. This is way too big for the design, so we're going to drop down the size. And these guides are helpful. You can put it right there. And then we need the presenting sponsor for the game, which is Waterside Financial. So it doesn't look like I have a Waterside Financial logo available yet, so I'll go ahead and finish out the rest of the design before I post it. Next, I'm going to go back to text, add some other text, and right over here is the fill color. I don't want it to be the navy blue like we're going to have up top. I want it to be our red color, which is slightly on the pinkish side. We'll bring it right over there. And then this text is going to be quite a bit smaller because we need to fit a lot of text across. So Friday, April 18, 2024. I put a space with this vertical line, 4:30 p.m. So this text is too big to fit on that line, so we're going to reduce this size. Just like that. And I'm going to click off, tap it down with the arrows a little bit. And this is pretty simple, but it's looking good so far. So we need the Waterside Financial. I actually think I want to make these logos just a tad bit bigger. Let's go even bigger than that. And then this one I'll make a little bit bigger as well. And then what you can do is you can right click on it and you can crop the linked asset. So if I don't want it to go over the edge of the purple line, I can drag it over here so that it will cut off. We'll do the same thing on this one. Crop the linked asset. That way we get no spill. A cool effect you could apply. There's a couple different ones. You could colorize it. You could make your adjustments. Some of this doesn't really work well with graphics, but it's more for photos. So a cool effect that you can apply is to blend it and click screen, and it kind of fades into the background a little bit. Same thing with this one, blend it, screen, and then you've got your two logos kind of in a similar style. Just like that. I'm going to slide this over a little bit more, and I'm actually going to uncrop the Guilford logo. So we should be all good. I can put the team names here across the bottom, and then presented by Waterside Financial. So let's click text, presented by Waterside Financial. This text can go down here, but right now that's a lot of text and there's not a real good way for this to stand out. I'm going to make it quite a bit smaller. There. You can click dynamic, that'll make everything kind of even across the top. That's not necessarily what I want to do right now because Waterside Financial is more important than the presented by. You could add a shadow to give it a little bit of contrast from the background. And then I'm also considering doing a shape to help make it stand out as well. Usually just a rectangle like that is good. I'm going to use this right now. I'll put their actual logo in later on. But let's see, this shape, fill, their color is more of an orange. So we can put that in. Right there at the bottom. You can put in any other information you needed to. If we had player cutouts, we could maybe even fade out the logos here. So a lot of cool things you could do, but we'll leave it at that right now. When you're ready to go, you could do a couple things. You could screenshot if you know how to do that on your computer, or you can click the download button. The nice thing is this app is available on your phone, so if you create it on the computer, you can just go over to your phone and open up the project, and it should be good from there. So I'm going to download it as a JPEG. Click download. I'm all set. You can save it wherever you need to on your computer. I'm going to call it Belvedere versus Guilford Baseball. Click save, and it pops over here down in my downloads. So that is how you make a game day graphic. Let me know if you have any questions.